was born on December 2nd, 1997 to Christine Fox and Stephen Strauss. From day one, my mom and dad fostered loving relationships within the family and taught us to love and respect ourselves as well as how to maintain valuable friendships. I went to the high school where my dad taught, so it was easy to process my thoughts and feelings with him because I was with him all the time. My parents have always been my best friends. Everything that I am and everything that I care about, I owe to them. I always loved music, but they helped to form my tastes and I helped to form theirs. I began to listen to weird, dad-like artists such as Meat Loaf, while my mom did stuff like change her ringtone to Call Me Maybe, and my dad became a full-blown fan of Hilary Duff and Taylor Swift. They valued experiences over material things, and I was lucky that they believed concerts to be a worthwhile and good investment. They even came to see Kesha with me when I was in 5th grade. I've been lucky enough to go over to 100 concerts as well as Lollapalooza for 4 summers in a row with their help. They valued my love of music, and we always used it as a tool to bond. My love of music grew into a love for performing as well. I took part in plays and musicals at my schools. My parents paid for my tap lessons through high school and supported my shows even when I was in the back row doing jazz hands for like a split second. I got my parents in the habit of listening to my musical scores with me, and we started to form a deeper love for them. If I wasn't in a musical in the surrounding area, we were the audience members of said musical. We've been to a number of Broadway shows together, including last summer when we all sat in the 3rd row at Wicked and held hands and cried during the entirety of Defying Gravity. I can't tell you the number of times my dad listened to the Book of Mormon soundtrack while he cooked dinner. Music is not the only way that we bonded. My parents formed my love for all of pop culture and focused a lot on comedy as well. If you know my family, you know that we love to laugh. We'd watch Fawlty Towers, Monty Python, and old SNL skits for hours at a time. My parents also made me love stand-up comedians. I remember hearing my first George Carlin set when I was about 8. It was the 7 words that you can't say on television, and I would walk around perfectly listing all 7 words to my parents, and they'd laugh at the fact that their tiny daughter had such a foul mouth from their own doing. We've had the pleasure of seeing some of our favorite comedians, such as John Mulaney, Tom Segura, Mike Birbiglia, Chris Rock, David Cross, Bo Burnham, and David Sedaris, just to name a few. My parents have included international travel on their list of things that they knew that you can't really put a price tag on. I've been lots of places, but going to Italy twice with my dad was really special. My personal favorite was when we traveled abroad for the first time and we went to Amsterdam. I fell in love. Since then, I've been back 2 more times and I have a lofty goal of living there someday. My other favorite place in the whole world is our house in Amagansett, New York. It's been in our family on my dad's side since the 1970s, and I spent every summer there for my entire life. Our house is in a beautiful neighborhood on the Nepegue Stretch, and our house sits right across the street from the pathway to the beach. Between ages 14 and 16, I was a camp counselor in the summers at a day camp there. Ages 18 and 19, I worked in a small independent bookstore for 2 summers called Bookhampton, the same store that my parents worked at when they were in college. On July 20th, 2018, my dad died from a hemorrhagic stroke. My life has been turned upside down since then, and it's pretty hard to find joy in the same things that I always have. We sold the New York house because he was the one that made it feel like a home. We haven't traveled since, and I still don't believe that I'm really ready to listen to our favorite music again. He's still my best friend and the greatest person I've ever known. I know that I'll be able to take the same amount of joy in these things again. It'll just take some time. For now, I just get to be patient and grateful for everything that he and my mom have given me and continue to give me, since they are what make me, me.